Nah,
Little
hey,
spill or whatever is wild.
nothing.
Let me go out here and say my little spill or
Oh,
whatever.
you, can we watch?
You live.
Oh.
Hell no, you can't watch. No, I'm playing. Let's get this little spill or whatever. Let's get it. That man said little spill or whatever. Yo, we can stop this music now, damn it.
Yes, sir.
I feel away. I feel away. Hey, Devon, let me tell you something.
Nikki,
Let me
let me
tell
tell
you
you
what
what.
your man said at backstage. Your man
Let's see the
backstage
call.
said,
Hold on a sec.
uh, that so the guests go into the back, right? Cause you know they get called out. You know what I'm saying? His man said,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah,
Okay.
Burden does his little spiel or whatever.
Where's your call? You just called me, I think. I just got a
Bruh,
call.
little spiel or whatever is wild. And we're gonna get that on live TV. I don't care.
Love a little
So,
spill.
I
Divine, I
did
can't
say
even
it.
hear you. You lucky. Anyway, yo,
What's my
uh,
system charging seriously?
yo, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank y'all for coming through and showing support to the show. Of course, this is Ask the Q, Speak Your Truth. I'm your boy, Burden the Proof. Again, I want to say hi to all the people I've never seen before. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Pickleball, I ain't never seen you before. What's happening? Cali girl, hi. What's happening? All my regulars, Jen, hi. Yeah, I see you up there. Hi. MK, what up? What up? What up? Quite Frank, what up, my guy? I hope that you mobile. Yeah, he mobile. I, I
What
can't
up, though?
read your tag. I'm sorry, cause don't cuss me out. But hello everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying their Wednesday. Um, we're gonna get to the show and make this thing happen today. Um, not too much to report. Hold up. This is when I do my little spilling thing. Real quick. Let's let y'all know. This is when I do my little spilling things right here. This is where we started. um, real talk though, nothing really to report in real life news, so to speak. If you're a basketball fan, you know it's getting closer and closer to the playoffs. I don't know who y'all rooting for. It is what it is with me. You know me. I can care less about it. Coachella is going on right now for all my music fans. Coachella is popping right now. I don't know if you all my music fans, Nicki Minaj, Meg The Stallion, and all these artists is out there doing their thing. Chris Brown is. Anybody going to see Chris Brown? Anybody looking forward to that? Anybody? Chris Brown fans? Because he's definitely coming to Georgia, Jen, um, fairly soon. I don't know if you're gonna be trying to check for Chris Brown. You know, I'm just saying he on his way, but he's on his way here. Um, I don't really have too much to report in regards to real life, but I want to say one thing. Those little action figures that y'all creating, is everybody privy to this? Y'all, it don't take much to entertain people. I'm starting to notice. Those little, you know what I'm talking about? Those little action figures you can create now through your little Facebooks and stuff like that, and everybody creating these little action figures. I guess uh, you got one. Who got an action figure in here? Anybody done created that? Look at Jen. Look at Jen done created her action figure already. It really don't take much to entertain people, huh? You just throw something out there and, and we gravitate to it. Shout out Maddie Cakes. Um, I see those little cartoons he making for y'all out there. You got a cartoon yet, Jen? From Maddie Cakes? You got one already? Must be. Yo, where he at? Yo, Maddie. Can I get a cartoon? I would like a cartoon, please. That'd be nice. I don't know what the theme is behind those, but they look cute. I seen a couple of y'all posting these little cartoons and things like that. I don't know where he making them from. I wish he would have stopped this behind up in here and and shed some light on those, but they look kind of artistic. I do want to say one thing. If you want to be entertained, I would highly suggest you go on to that community calendar Discord or page. Yo, the 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 chaos that happens in there is bananas. Matter of fact, Royal Rose, you a part of that? Are you a part of that calendar? Yes. So just to give some clarity in regards to this calendar, a lot of avatars have
Hmm.
come together, and they found it very important that we come into create some type of unity within the space. So they created this calendar to where everybody can come through that has events and things like that that they wanted to share and display it. Yes,
Yes.
Rose, come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Come on
Oh,
on the circle. Can you elaborate a little bit more about this calendar?
well, it started as Ice. I think it's Ice. She started it, and then
Okay,
it's monetization. I guess the people that was monetized, they decided to create this group chat.
right,
Um, and then from the group chat, we decided to get a calendar, like an app, so everybody could add their events according to the time slots, like that everybody could be a part of the community. Say you have this show at 10:30, okay, next one
right.
after this is going to be at 11. Everything's already organized there for everybody else to just participate. That's all we need: participation, community together. We all want to keep the community together, you know.
Now she gave you the PG version of what happens in regards to that calendar. Y'all should see the chaos that be created in there sometime. Yo, let me tell you, people are always going to be people. So there's always going to be drama. You know what I'm saying? Somebody not getting their way and wants things done a different way and all these other things, or just want to add things that you can't add
Yes,
yet and things like
yes,
that. But I would
yes.
love, I would definitely say I love Boss Leo and her being so direct in regards to her
I mean,
disciplinary actions, if you will. Um,
sometimes you got to, I know people take offensive to, just say it out there how it is. If you don't like the way this is working, you could leave. You were added as part of the community. You need to
right,
respect the rules, because you were invited. You were thought of,
right.
and for you not to follow directions or say any comment or vicious thing is like, okay, then we're doing it for everybody, and if you don't like the way this is working, there's also a button where you could just not be involved in this.
You can leave.
You
Motherfucker.
could
No.
leave. Exactly, just like here on Meta. If you don't like somebody's voice, mute them. That's what I
You
do.
can leave. Hey, basically, that's what they try to tell you. No,
I
but
mean,
great effort. I'm I'm very curious to see how long this is going to last.
me too.
Um, so far so good. I definitely applaud the efforts between like I said, yourself, Ice, what DJ Marcus is
DJ
a part of the
Marcus,
crew.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
You
And
know?
Boss Leo as well. Oh, look
Mhm.
at Jen. Jen got something to say. Yes,
Come
Jen.
on, Jen.
Hey, this
Hey
is
you.
what the drama is basically.
Oh
Everybody
shit.
is not following the rules, but they're
Mhm.
posting their events. But it seems like they're picking and choosing who to really
Mhm.
get on their butt. I
Uh,
posted something and then right away they said something, but then I'm watching other people post stuff and they don't
Mhm.
say nothing. So it's inconsistent and it's not fair. So really either you're going to reprimand everybody or you don't reprimand anybody. That's the problem is people are not getting reprimanded, but I do one post and then I'm like, "Oh, you got to do this and this and that." So
Mhm.
and it depends on the person, so they're going to talk. So they should have done it right from the beginning, set that tone from the beginning.
Consistency is key. Just to let you know.
Mhm.
Don't be posting
Mhm.
shit you ain't supposed to up in there. It is a calendar for events. Look at Ferrari. Look at Ferrari. Look, she got her hands up because you know I'm talking
That's
about her.
right. That's
Yes,
right.
man. Hey, so hold on. Just let everybody know. First of all, hold on, Ferrari. Don't go in there. No. Hold on.
That's right.
Hold on. First of all, hold on, stop. Wait, Jim.
Some bullshit.
Hold on, Jim.
Bullshit.
Hold up. Before I go, Ferrari, happy birthday, ma'am. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yo, who was it? Was it Boss Leo? Boss Leo? Maddie said happy birthday to Ferrari. And then Boss Leo said, hey, take that down. It's irrelevant. I was like, damn, you can't wish a happy birthday up in there? Wow. But happy birthday, ma'am. I hope you have a phenomenal time. You wanna let people know about your birthday event that you got coming on tonight, real quick?
I do. Hi, everybody. Yeah, thank you for the shout out. That was so great. But yeah, that group, I'm never posting in there again. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because they came at my neck. I didn't know. Like, I did not know. And one of those people did it personally, but we're not going to talk. Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. We know. We know.
Leave it.
We got you.
But yeah, tonight.
Who was it?
Sit down,
I'm
Jen.
gonna tell you later, Jen. I got you. I'm gonna tell you what it is. But yeah, tonight we going across the street. How we call it? We going to VR Chat Sky Song. 11 o'clock. My birthday party is going down. Please come. Get there early because you don't want to be in the queue. Because when you're in the queue, you probably in there about 20 minutes. So just get there. We gonna have fun. Turn up. A lot of drinking, a lot of partying. Yeah, we gonna have it. But thank you.
No
Okay,
doubt.
get back to your show. My bad.
I'm gonna let you know now. If I'm in the queue, I'm calling somebody and I need to kick somebody's asses out. I'm just letting you know. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm not gonna be in no damn queue. Shit, whatever. Anyway, so we here, man. Let's get this popping. We have some phenomenal guests today. There are also people that are for the community who've extended themselves within this space to offer help to others who are trying to shed light on their specific world, for one, and a lot of other endeavors that they have going on within this space. They are the founders / CEOs of Indie Tour, if I can call them that. But Indie Tour is so much more than that. And we're going to definitely get into that when they come out here. But without further ado, I would definitely like to introduce Sue to the Q and my guy NickTea. Come on out here. What's happening? What's happening? Sue couldn't wait to get ass about here. I saw the door open
I
on
was ready.
extra early and shit.
Let's go. I'm ready. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
It's Jane. Sorry,
Hey,
I know every
Jamie,
single
I know
person
you guys.
up in here, man. Y'all are amazing.
I'm just gonna let y'all just bask in this. Go ahead, do your thing. While y'all go ahead, do your thing.
No, I do that every Tuesday. What do you mean?
I know. So I already know how this is gonna go because I'm actually here with two hosts themselves. So this is gonna be great. I'm gonna love this. So Miss Sue to the Q and NickTea. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Well,
man.
thank you. It's an honor.
No doubt. I don't even know where to start with this, but we definitely gonna catch this vibe sooner or later. Sue, where in real life, before we even jump in metaverse and anything like that, just let the people know where are you from originally?
So originally I'm from Houston, Texas, but I live in Florida. That's my homestead, but I travel for work. Well, I was traveling. That has transitioned into more stationary. We'll get into that as we get into the meta. But real life, I'm a traveler. I'm a medical traveler for occupational therapy. I've been doing that for more than 10 years. Specialize in
wow.
neurological disorders, and aging in place is one of my favorite. But neurological disorders in general is a grand scheme of different types of diagnoses and disorders and, things happen in life.
Damn. Okay. Oh, you got layers to you. Okay, we're gonna peel these back. Got you. Neuro. I got it. NickTea, What's happening, sir?
Yeah. What's up? What's up, my man?
Can't call it, man. Where are you from in this great country?
This great country we called USA. I'm from California, Orange County, California, the OC. You know,
Orange
the land of,
County. Okay.
yeah.
What's
The
that?
land of no oranges now.
So what? So that's Southern Cal or North the Bay Area?
It's about 32 miles from LA.
Southern Cal. Got you. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
So what part of Florida are you in? Because I know somebody else in here is from Florida. What part of Florida you have, Sue?
Actually, I'm not too far from Tampa. Yeah, I live by
Tampa.
Clearwater Beach. Is
Got
my
you.
castle. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay.
So, all you motherfuckers that want to dox me out there, there you go. Have at it.
Yo, this is gonna be a show. I tell you, I can't wait for this shit. Oh, okay. So Sue, okay, you know how I am. I'm very I like to be very curious in regard to how you guys generated your user tag names and things like that. So I'm assuming Sue was like part of your first name or something like that. So how did you
No. Actually,
it ain't even part of your name. Let's get it.
Sue is my middle name. So like a part of me is like my first name is Teresa, right? In real life, outside of Meta, everybody knows me as Teresa. If people were to call me Susan outside, it would just be fucking awkward. And the reason why is because Teresa is my work name. You know what I mean? That was I never did this kind of socialization, right? I was always a person in person. So I always had very good boundaries in those aspects. So Teresa was at work. Teresa was about business. You know, Teresa don't play. Susan though, that's at home. If somebody calls me Susan, then I know that I have a personal connection with them. So when I picked this name, I had no fucking clue that I would be doing podcasts and all of that. But the irony in all that is that it's always on much greater path and much more purpose. Because with Sue comes an unmasked version. You get both. You know what I mean? Like you're going to get the home version of me in some retrospect and what I do in this space. So in the grand scheme, it kind of worked out for itself. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like, so
that's my
Sue
nickname.
is like your alter
Susan,
ego kind of thing.
No, it's my middle name. It's my
Oh,
middle
well,
name.
yeah, it's your middle name, but like you, like
that's what they
it's
call
like
me.
two phases of it. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
so the Q
but
is
Teresa is at work. Yeah. Teresa's
so where
at
did the
work.
Q come in at?
Teresa's always call me Susie Q. Hey, Susie Q, come here, Susie. Susie Q.
Ah,
Susie Q.
got you.
Oh, Susie Q, baby.
And Mr. Nick.
Yeah.
So I know I was nosy on your ass. So I saw I'm sure that so you kind of mixed together the T part and like your last name.
Yeah, it was a pun. Yeah, it was a pun on T. I guess I don't know. I was just searching for a name, and I usually do like Yeti because I have a company called Yeti Games, and I have another one, Yeti Media. And, all kinds of Yeti stuff. I don't know. That was just a random pick too, kind of. But I do like the snowman guy. But yeah, so I just wanted to change it up from Yeti. And I'm like, Nick. And then I just put, well, my last name's T. So then I just spelled T out.
Got you. Hey, it works. It stuck, I guess. So, Sue to the Q.
Yes.
Before you found Horizon World and that damn Oculus, what were you doing on a regular basis?
So like I say, I'm a traveler. I love experiences. So I'm spontaneous fuck because I got ADHD and I get bored very easily. So I love to have experiences. I love learning new things. I love experiencing cultures. So I would just pick a place and fucking go. That was normal for me. For real. Like
wow.
Like on my personal Facebook page, like if you went through, there's just pictures of just my travels. That's what I love. That's the road and me are just like one.
So was this all in country or you travel outside the country as well?
In country. I've been across country. I've driven across countries solo by myself as a single female a total of 5 times. I mean from east to west coast, even up north and down. Yeah.
Got you. So I'm assuming you don't have any kids.
No.
So you have that freedom of just getting up and just taking off whenever you feel like it.
Yes.
Awesome. That's life for me. I can dig it. Nick.
Yeah.
So prior to this Oculus and Horizon World, sir, what's a normal day for Mr. Nick T?
Well, my normal day was software development, app developer, and I had like before the pandemic, I just had like a whole like agency going and all that type of stuff. So, actually, before the pandemic, I started getting into the Oculus. I had a couple of friends. They did like a VR meetup group, and they had their own VR like gaming company. So I started getting into like the Rift and stuff, and then I got the Go, and I'm like, oh, I want to make something for this, like a game or whatever, and that's how I got into it. And I actually have like probably a vintage collection now of every Oculus that they've had, except for the
Oh,
S. I
wow.
don't have the S before S. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, before we even, I'm gonna
But
cut to the chase now. I'm not even gonna wait for us to get into the metaverse. So, clearly you guys have some type of relationship together. Is this strictly a business relationship just within Horizon, or you guys know each other outside of this?
No, we met in here. Because he was part of HGTV back in
Yeah.
the day, and they were doing the fashion shows. And so Buffy Buffers came and was like, "Hey, can you want to come do this fashion show? You can get a couple of the Action Island girls." This is when I was in Action Island. So I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So I went there, and I don't know, man, shit fucking flew. Sparks flew. He caught my interest. Some fucking hell. And and no. And originally, he's funny. Like he's really funny. And I love to laugh. Like that's one of my favorite things to do.
Right.
Especially when I'm just in my chill mode. I just want to just chill and just fucking laugh, man. And so he did. And so it was nothing at first. Nothing. And we kept it under wraps for almost 2 years. Before anybody knew that we were a couple. Everybody didn't know. We had already created indie tours. Nobody knew because what's my business is my business. And you know what I mean?
Facts.
And that, I feel like we were able to grow as individuals and partners and people in this relationship because of that, not having the outside influence or other people coming in or trying to, put their 2 cents on shit, you know what I mean? So like we were able to grow on such a different level, and the fact that we were creating something at the same time, right? Just it was a different kind of bond. So
right, it brought you closer, so to speak.
Right, as we sit right now, we are not together, right? But we are partners. We are partners in so many ways. That's I don't know, man. It's undescribable. Do you get what I mean? Because like Indie Tours is like our kid. You know what I mean? Like we had a kid together. Like I don't have kids. So like, you know what I mean? So I nurtured Indie Tours like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I gave birth to it, pain, tears, all of it, labor, all of it. And so he was there. He was there.
Yeah,
So my man, to go, pick up the diapers, to go, say,
right.
You get what I mean? And for that, there is always, no matter what fucking happens in a romantic sense, it doesn't matter. No matter what, I got his back. You get what I mean? As long as there's never no malice on where we can't come back from type shit.
Right.
I'm there. You get what I mean? Because how could I not for somebody that holds you down during labor? You know what I mean?
Facts. I definitely. Nick, you want to add on anything to that, sir?
Yeah. Funny story, actually. When I first met Sue, I was, it was when I don't know. This is going to age me in meta, but it was when they did like these zodiac sign T-shirts, right? And I was fucking around with my avatar, and I put on like a Leo shirt because I was born in August. And
me too.
But what I didn't realize, I was changing my body type. And I gave myself little boobs. And then I went to the fashion show and stuff and just did my thing. And nobody said anything. And
yeah, so I fell for an avatar with boobs. Go fucking figure. Yeah, that's about right.
Oh, shit.
That's what it was. It was the boobs.
Wow.
It must have been subconsciously. Yeah.
Yeah, no, not for nothing, man. He's extremely intelligent when it comes to tech, right? Like I always am fascinated by people that can teach me something, that know something outside of my own realm,
Yes,
right? Like
yes,
there's a level
yes.
of appreciation for that. And like his
Facts.
knowledge and his vast knowledge in this space, and not even just in this space, but in technology in general, is is admirable. You know what I mean? Like how could you not
Yes.
want to sit there and get to know somebody that knows these things on such a in-depth level of any kind of knowledge, you know? So yeah. So, you
Thank you,
know,
thank you. Yeah, I'm always learning. I'm in those sessions that Meta had. I just was in one today. It's just I suggest anybody that wants to pick up stuff, quickly to get into those sessions.
but
They
I
have
knew
them
you were gonna
twice a
ask
week.
that too. I knew you were gonna ask that
You
because
did.
when we
You
came
know
in and
what?
did the
No.
promo,
You know
yo,
what?
I was
I'm gonna be
like,
honest with you. I
I
had to
knew
frame it. I really wasn't gonna do it. I was gonna let you do it, but I just had to frame it the right way. I like, you know what?
you.
I don't want to be direct with it and just say, "Y'all motherfuckers together." You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So if I
Yeah.
framed it the right way, I think Sue was gonna take me there. And damn it if you didn't. So
All
thank you
right.
so
Yeah.
much.
You're
All right, so
welcome.
here we
Thank you for
go.
framing.
Before we get even deeper into this conversation, I just want you guys to know if you guys have any questions between now and during the show, you can go right here to the Ask the Q circle and feel free. My guy, Quite Frank 14 is up there right now. You on mute right now, guy. What's going on?
What's up? I have a quick
What's
question.
happening?
That's congratulations. I mean, I'm sure congratulations for you guys meeting. How was it when you guys met in person? How was it different between the meta world and real life?
He's
Oh.
downstairs right now. So he makes my coffee every morning. But see, he wasn't the first one that I ever met in here from the metaverse. And I think once you go through an experience of meeting somebody, it is different on a romantic sense. I was a lot more nervous, but the emotion roller coaster is the same. Like because the
Mm.
anticipation, like, is this gonna be how it is in the metaverse? Is it gonna flow like that, right? Am I superficial? Because you got to think about that, right? Because you can sit there and say that you're not superficial all the fuck you want, man, but until it comes to your door, you're not really gonna know, right? And is
Right.
that important to you in a relationship? So for me, it's not, because I'm not sexually attracted that way. You know what I mean? For me, I have to have an emotional connection before hypothetically I can get it up. You get what I mean? So like
In
so for
other
me,
words,
I
hold on,
already
Sue.
knew.
Let me just elaborate on that.
Okay,
In
okay.
other
Clarity.
words, sex without a connection with somebody is overrated. That's basically
Yes.
what she's saying. Everybody got that?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. There we go. My bad. I
Yeah,
didn't mean to
pretty
cut you
much.
off. Go ahead.
Pretty much. But like sorry, but like those are things that you have to really think about. Um so when my experience with Nick, man, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just tell him. I showed up in his hotel in a fucking bustier and a robe and some heels and some, whatever. I was ready to get down.
Well, sick.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But and then we got in there, and then like there's a lot into here in this relationship that is only for us to know, you know what I
Mm,
mean?
thanks.
But there are some things, like there's just lines in general for me that I won't cross certain lines for my own morals and my own ethics. But it's always nice to be like, like show them what like the avatar matches
Okay.
that,
I
the mesh matches
ain't
the
mad at
drapes, or
it.
what is the new saying? Is there a new saying for that?
you know what I
Mesh
mean?
matches the shape. I don't know.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yo, I ain't
So
gonna hold you. I can
That
literally
was
it was
good.
sit here.
exciting. It was exciting.
I like this.
Yeah.
We can sit
And
here
funny
and do
thing,
this.
that
Go
trip,
ahead,
that
Nick.
when I first saw her, that trip was like just so adventurous, but also full of obstacles. My flight got delayed twice,
Oh
and
yeah.
then they lost
Oh,
it,
wow.
and then I decided to drive there, but then it was snowing, and like I fucking spun out in the mountain pass in Washington. It was this crazy shit, man. It was crazy.
Wow.
I
Now
know
all
It's
that's
worth
those
it.
all that shit that
yeah.
happened would have gave me signs that it ain't supposed to happen. So I'm glad you stuck with it. and everything worked out the way it was supposed to happen. So kudos to you guys, man, because
Good.
especially within this space, man, a lot of relationships crash and burn. So for you guys to have the
That's
longevity
true.
that you guys have and the connection that you guys still have, I think that's admirable, especially within this space. So I'm glad you guys got to one just speak on that, and it's still going strong. So I can literally sit here and go back and forth about this love connection y'all got, but we're not. We're
Well,
gonna talk about these guys.
it's more it's like, it is love. But I think what people misunderstand is what kind of love, right?
Mm,
It's a deep kind of bond love, because like I said, right, like he held my hand through labor. You get what I mean?
right.
I think like everybody in here, when you think about relationships and like what kind of relationships, like what actually like justifies as a successful relationship, even though we're not romantically together anymore, right? We are still stronger than ever as far
Right.
as our goals and our bonds and like what our vision is and staying true to what we came together for. And
Mm,
so
Yeah.
and that's always thinking outside of yourself for that cause. And that's what true love is. True love in general, guys. And yourself,
Uh,
right? It's thinking before you write into those messages. No, I got something and I need to say it. It's thinking before you
mm,
write those messages, right? Before you post something, before you put it on a note, before you put it in a group. It's thinking about those people and having gratitude and thinking outside of yourself. That's how we show love. That's true love. But anyway,
yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go.
I agree.
I'm
I agree.
I'm with it. I'm with it. So Nick, you're a techie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I've been a techie all my life. I worked. I started out working in corporate. Like web design for marketing and all that. Had my fun. Then I did some startups in LA, and yeah, just kind of went with it. I always have kind of been on the edge of things. The edge of tech. So
right.
VR and stuff was just the natural way to go. And I'm a gamer too, and
Definitely,
um,
definitely.
and
So
then I got into AI and all that too.
are you
Mhm.
more or less self-taught with all this, or do you have some college background behind yourself?
I did go to school, but it was for graphic design. So
Okay.
I quickly found out when I got my first job out of school was college was I was working at a sign shop and stuff, and I was like, damn. And I saw these other guys that were like business partners of I doing websites, and they're making, little animate GIFs and whatnot. And I'm like, damn, I want to make things move, man. This static shit's getting too old for me. So that's what kind of
Uh-huh.
got me into it and into web design and stuff and JavaScript and all that. And it's
Got you.
funny because if you know the history of programming, there was a lot of debate. Like I had this one guy, he was so adamant, like JavaScript sucks, it's never going to do anything. And I'm like, no, dude, it's going to rule the world, and it does. I mean, that's what we're using
Yes.
today and to make Horizon
Yes.
Worlds. It's so
Facts.
yeah. So I just always
Definitely.
had an instinct for it, in that sense.
And Sue, you're just this free spirit, but you have a knack for so many things. Like I can listen, like even with how you speak, like you're in this pocket when you're hosting and things like that. Do you have any background in that outside of what you've been doing here?
No, none, none whatsoever. The closest, it's so funny because I always think about this. I was, when I was telling you about my ritual before I come
Right.
on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Back in college, they used to you have to go up and do fucking those things in front of classes and stuff. Everybody used to be like, Teresa, man, what the hell? You're so like confident. How are you so confident? And I'm like, man, if you understood the shit that goes in this head before I step on anywhere, before I go in public, you would be like, what? You know what I mean? Because I'm also a neurodivergent, meaning like I have a lot of sensory issues. So like I get overstimulated quite easily.
Mm.
If it gets too much, it gets too loud and I need to remove myself and calm my nervous system. So for a long time I've been masking, right, to live in society with normal people, neurotypicals. um this would be equivalent to code switching, right?
Right.
So I just learned how to fucking do that really well. And so as I got older, the more and more I learned about OT and how to use these techniques with myself, I started using breathing techniques and things like that to really calm my nerves. Right. And I'm really spiritual. I really just go into spirit, man. I just ask spirit to guide me. I say, protect me. I'm in his bubble when I'm on this stage. Nobody can come up against me. So when I talk my truth. And that's what it is, because I know I'm protected. So that's the truth of that. 100.
That's the perfect. Look, I couldn't agree more. So this is what we're gonna do, guys, because we're gonna dive into what gravitated these guys to this Oculus, and we're gonna definitely expand on indie tours and what that's all about when we get back to this commercial break. And when we get back to this commercial break, cause I see Matty Cakes up here too. I must ask him what about them damn cartoons he got going on and how he figured that whole niche out. And I see my boy Vic 3 Stacks in here. He put together that dopamine. So I can't wait to talk to him about that as well in regards to his overall vision behind that phenomenal build of his. We are here with Sue to the Q and NickTea, co-founder and owners of, Indie Tours.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this commercial break. This is when I get to go say hi to everybody real quick.
Oh, can I get some makeup on? Okay, I'm gonna go start. All right, real quick.
What's happening?
What's up, guys?
Are you looking to take your online presence to the next level? At Lux Vision Studios, we're your one-stop shop for building a strong digital brand and connecting with your target audience. We produce high-quality shows in a variety of formats, including podcasts, talk shows, gaming content, and motivational videos. Our team of experts will manage your social media channels and branding, helping you amplify your story and reach a wider audience. We stream content across popular social media platforms and Roku, ensuring maximum visibility. Whether you're a gamer, entrepreneur, or looking to inspire others, we have the expertise to help you achieve your online goals. Here's what sets us apart: engaging content. We produce a variety of shows to keep your audience interested and coming back for more. Social media and branding mastery. We'll manage your online presence and build a strong brand that resonates with your target audience. Multi-platform reach. We stream your content across popular platforms and Roku, maximizing your visibility. Community focus. We believe in fostering a community around your content, creating a loyal following. Let Lux Vision Studios help you connect with your community and amplify your voice online.
Let me get out your face before I start.
Oh, I think she's almost.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Teray,
CJ Shotlow. It's your boy Westside.
and you chilling with the Breaking Bread podcast. Hey, tune in and check us out every Saturday for some good talk.
You already know.
Good
the
conversation.
realest talks. You hear me?
Yeah, tune in.
Breaking Bread. Breaking Bread.
Awesome. God bless everybody. I'm so glad, amen, that everything is finding you well, and I pray it's finding you well. This is Pastor Johnny live from our sanctuary here in the Metaverse at Word of Grace Meta Church. I want to invite you out to our service here on Sunday nights for worship and the Word, now streaming through Lux Vision Studios. So excited about that and what God is doing in this space and place. See you Sunday. God bless you.
At Indie Tours. And we're going to get back to this podcast.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy HG. I was 702. Let's get tripping like a kid, untie his shoes. And you see the vibe and you see the move. Where I'm at, that's the Howard Hour Live to be exact. And you can catch me live on Lux Vision Studios to be exact. So make sure you tune in every Friday night, 11 Central, 12 Eastern, and 9 Pacific. And you know, everybody's a somebody. Catch me live on Lux Vision Studio. Let's go.
Whatever the hell he said, I'm gonna throw some at his ass.
Your spiel, Doc.
Yeah, that little spilling stuff he do. Look, he gonna bounce his little happy ass up in here with his jacket on. I'd have burned that damn thing.
You back.
You know what? I got your little spill.
You on?
CJ, we on? Awesome. All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. Um, thank you guys again for staying. I appreciate you guys. This is your boy, Burden the Proof. This is Ask the Q, Speak Your Truth. We are here with Sue to the Q and NickTea, two community supporters who are doing something very phenomenal within this space to try to shed light on as many people as possible that are creating positivity within Horizon World through their worlds and things like that, to that nature. My boy Matty Cakes is on the circle right now with a question, but Matty Cakes, before you ask your question, man, I'm watching you. I'm watching you do your little your back tour, and part of your back tour is you sharing these cartoons with the who's who, if you will, of Horizon World. Well, where did you get these cartoons, and how did you know this would be a hit?
So I started gearing up doing the promos again, which I'm way behind since I dropped off and everything with all the controversy. Everyone else's advertising has gotten exponentially better. So shout out to everyone who's thrown out phenomenal ads, dude. They're so beautiful. And when I was getting back into it again, I saw that there was this option. Anybody could do it, but I have this like year-long subscription. So I figured, I saw one person have it, and I said, you know what? People seem to be enjoying this. So why would they have to pay for it? I'll just make them for them if they want. And so I did. So I started making some for a couple people. Well, then it started like catching fire, and people were sending me messages, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do these for these people, and it only takes me like 30 seconds to do. And then I was like, now I'm gonna start surprising people with them. And I just start popping up in people's DMs and like, yo, yeah, like Erica B today. I was like, I really need your help. I need someone to talk to. And she was like, what's wrong? What's going on? I said, yeah, I got all these pictures of this lady, and I need to get them off my hands. And she was like, you're fucking stupid. You play too much. So it was just something nice to put a smile on people's faces, put a smile on my face, do something nice for people. That's about the gist of it.
Definitely.
I'm pretty sure I saw someone thanked Sue for putting out one for him. I think it was Lovely. I think Lovely thanked her for doing an animated one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that, if my memory serves me correctly, but I've been seeing so many different photos that my brain is just like pudding at this point.
Nope, that's not me. Nope. Actually, that cartoon is actually not a cartoon. It's an anime. And it's actually hand-drawn anime. And that actually has the man actually has an open lawsuit right now.
It's a Ghibli studio. Yeah, Studio Ghibli.
Oh, okay.
He's an 80-year-old man that an amazing creator, right?
Amazing.
I mean, that guy still draws all this stuff. Yeah.
Draws it by hand. Everything is drawn by hand. So, it goes into the question as far as like when are we honoring that art, right? The actual creator, the original people that make it, especially because it takes so much time, effort to do that.
He built that studio his whole life,
Yeah,
I think he's actually retired now, but there's some good documentaries. If you have HBO Max, you should check it out.
He's phenomenal. Yeah, Studio Ghibli. We have my kids and I have all of his movies. He's phenomenal. There's actually a world creator in here who has worlds based off of his movies, and they are second to none.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've been to some of those. Yeah.
Very beautiful. But yeah, he's yeah, that's right. Thank you so much, CJ. Thank you so much. Every time I try to say his name, I always say Charizard. But yeah, he's not wrong in his lawsuit, and he's not, because the AI does take away from people who have a phenomenal and natural talent, and he's very justified in what he's doing.
Generated, just automated. Right, not for nothing, not to take away anything that you surprising people and doing all that, Matty Cakes.
No.
Right, I mean, that's pretty dope. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't really take that much, right? You put it in a thing.
No,
you put it.
I put it in a thing. No, it doesn't take.
Right?
I've never bragged that it took a lot.
In seconds, you can pass along all these drawings, and all these drawings are out here on all y'all social media, and not one of them mentions Ghibli, not one of them.
That is
So when
true.
when
You
I
know?
mention it to people, I specifically, because the actual app doesn't have the name Ghibli on it. It says 90s anime. So when I message people, I make
so they
sure
don't
to
get sued right away.
I make sure to say specifically to them, yo, can I do a Studio Ghibli for you? Is what I say to them to give the proper credit.
Well, shout out Ghibli now while we here
Yeah,
live.
we
Shout
love
out
some
to him.
Ghibli,
Big
man.
shout
He's
out.
made
Real
some great
talk, man. Hey,
movies.
man, to be so
amazing, man.
to be
Mhm.
of age in the manner that he is and still doing his thing like
Fuck
that
yeah, man.
from
That
hand.
shit's
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
definitely.
that's
That shit's
definitely a
crazy.
gift, man.
I
I
mean,
work with
Kiki's
people in their
Oh, yeah.
40s with fine motor coordination. I mean, people in their 50s and 60s. This man is in his 80 with all
80s.
kinds of dexterity.
Yep.
I don't even think y'all can grasp what that means and how good that
Phenomenal.
is. Dude, that's
Word.
Yeah,
crazy.
to still draw like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
damn.
That's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
That
phenomenal.
man needs his credit. Give that
Real
man his
talk.
credit.
And not only
Yeah.
does he draw, but I mean, I know he's retired now, but he was, he was still running that studio in his early 80s and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
doing all that.
Word.
So
hmm
yeah, that's crazy.
All right, so
Yeah,
Maddie, go
Yeah,
ahead,
give
my
us a
guy.
question.
What's your question, my G?
No, so I
let me
wanted
sit
to
down.
say, because you guys, and we've mentioned, I've mentioned this to you before, of course. I mean, you guys, there's nobody touching tours right now, and it's amazing. Oh, shout out to Lux Vision Studio Productions, by the way, you guys are phenomenal. There's nobody touching you guys anytime soon, anytime in the next couple of years. You guys are just unrelenting juggernauts in here, and you're phenomenal influencers. The exposure and the positivity that you bring to the metaverse is simply unparalleled. I'm sorry. But when it comes to it, like looking ahead, with the advancements that we're having, like, and Nick, you're a tech guy. What do you guys think your 5-year plan for like virtual tour, augmented tour experiences would be in Meta or in another aspect of it? Like, are there specific features or audiences? Are there types of environments that you guys want to try to develop or expand into? That
So
you've
as
kind
far
of laid out.
I'll take that one actually. As far as like the what we're planning, we have so many different. We're branching off. Indie Tourist isn't just Meta Horizons. I've been very vocal from the very beginning. I've never been one to say that this is where my eggs are gonna hatch. You get what I mean? I said this is a
Mm-hmm.
platform that will generate and help me to get there and to produce. This is where I'm planting my seeds to grow. However, I want it to grow. So it's gonna grow beyond Horizon Worlds and what we have going on out here. They're all gonna fit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. I make experiences for me. You know what I mean? And I'm very vocal about that. Like, so it really just depends on what kind of mood I'm in, Maddie. To be honest with you, and what kind of experience you're gonna get. But I promise you're gonna get a whole bunch of experiences. And they're gonna be in different platforms. That's for sure.
Yeah, you guys are fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything to
for-
elaborate
for-
on that, Nick?
Yeah, I think I'm right there with her. I love Horizon Worlds, and I continue to build for Horizon. I really like what they're doing with the editor and all that type of stuff with TypeScript. It's great. But there are other platforms out there that we're looking into, and I think for any business to be successful, you got to diversify yourself, and that's being on different platforms. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, since we're there already, indie tours. Let's get a explanation of what exactly that is.
Okay. So indie tours. Indie tours is a complex of things. I use it for. I've created and made the foundations. I used to, and this kind of reminds me, and I actually want to talk about the conversation that was happened earlier when I was backstage about, this new community, thing that you were talking about, right? The group.
Yes.
I wanted to relate it back to when I first started in tours, right? When I first started, and I mean, we were just going out, man. And we would get a little bit of friends to come, get out there. We would put our friends' doors out there, and then we would go out a little bit more, and I would, just get these people to come and showcase them. But through that process, right, man, in the beginning, I used to get so many DMs. People, what do you know this about this person? Why are you showing them, brother? Do you know this about this
Yeah,
person?
I even got
So
them
then,
too.
so you know what I mean? Why are
From
you putting
friends
this
even.
person
Yeah.
up there? Hey, you know that. And listen, my goal is not that. My goal for what I'm doing with indie tours has nothing to do with whether or not you like X, Y, and Z. If X, Y, and Z gave you attitude on one day or whatnot, right? Because if I start guiding my business and my goals to that, right, then it's going to veer off the course. And my course is to help people, right? And I can't help people by enabling them. Enabling them is by going, by, whatever, by going into it, by following their path. Oh, you don't like so and so because it's going this way, right? Can't do that with indie tours. So that's why after about a year, I started really being vocal up there. Indie tours is non-biased. It will remain unbiased, right? Because it is more greater than you. Sorry. You might not like that. You know what I mean? Some people might not like it, but
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
truth. The truth is, Indie Tours is not going to guide itself because of you. Its purpose is much greater. So I always tell people when they're building these communities, you're going to get this, man. You're going to get the people that are going to be going, hey, this and this. I don't like this. I don't you and you have to remember you cannot please everybody. You just can't. It is fucking impossible. You will
Yeah,
drive
it's
your
impossible.
nervous system and you will age so quickly. You will increase your likelihood to get dementia, Alzheimer's. Y'all want that? Is that what y'all want? No, I know I don't. So I'm going to protect my nervous system as much as possible. That means walking in this business line. You have to set those boundaries. These are the boundaries. These are the rules of what happens. Everybody is welcome. Anybody can be a part of this group. It is an open fucking group for everybody to eat and grow, right? Kind of like the Garden of Eden. You know what I'm saying? It's for everybody, right? And
Especially now, especially this year, right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
everybody can eat. You just got to put the work in. So get off
All
the
you gotta,
bullshit
but
and
don't
focus
get
on
mad.
the
Don't get
work.
mad at the creator, right? Don't get mad at the creator for setting the boundaries to make sure that that seed is going to grow the way it needs to grow.
Right.
Right. If somebody has an issue with that, and this is what I started telling the people that used to come into my DMs, I don't want to hear it. That doesn't concern me. Indie Tours is non-biased. We are unbiased. I have multiple that I could just shut. Nope, sorry. And I walk in my truth. So when people see me, they know they got a chance to be on Indie Tours. It don't matter if they fuck with them or the people that are on my stage. It don't fucking matter. As long as there is no malice, then that's all that matters. If you bring malice to my doorstep and to my home, because that's what it is. This is my home, Indie Tours. I've created it to be a home for everyone. So don't bring that shit to my home. And that's what Indie Tours stands on. That's what
Well, it's definitely a home, because I walked in there and I walked in there. I zapped in there, walked in there, whatever you want to call it. So okay, in my brain I already had a perception of, okay, indie tours, they're supporting people that have worlds and things like that. But when you walk in there, it's like a fucking super Walmart in there, of a different variety of things that you guys have and utilize to gravitate people together and create a bigger community, if you will. So again, like I said, I see the doors of people's worlds and things like that. But then you walk behind, then you see the podcast over here for the ladies, and then you get the men's podcast over here. And I'm like, oh, damn. So this is like a one-stop shop type deal of a lot of community efforts just bridged together, just overall, essentially just to help. But you have some mainstays, if you will, that really, really are pursuing things further. Like you have Daytona. Daytona is like an indie Daytona Vibes. Shout out to Daytona Vibes.
Shout out to Daytona and Sweetest.
And Sweetest
Yeah,
Wild.
yeah.
She runs
like,
all the business
them.
there for MGM. We'll get into that a little bit later, but and that's what kind of saddens me, Burden. The fact that and it's not even on you. It's not a reflection on you, to be honest with you. It's really not. But everybody here should know that sweetest flower. You get what I mean? They
Word.
built that just as much as like everybody should know Nick's tea, and that's why I push his name so damn much. You know what I mean? Because everybody should know who held my hand during labor. You get what I mean?
Right.
And Sweetest
Right.
Flower, she built that empire just as much as Daytona. She put blood, sweat, and tears just as much. And that woman needs her flowers because she, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, just
Well,
want to
my
put that.
question to you guys is, because I'm looking at some of your mates, if you will, your partners in crime over here, especially in regard to the podcast and things like that. Um, what made you gravitate to these selected people here, and to help you create, expand on what you already had created?
So so the podcast is separate from indie tour, like the tours, right?
Right.
It's a
Right.
different kind of division. I created the podcast because I was seeing, you know what? Honestly, I made it because I wanted to talk. I wanted a place where I felt safe to talk to people, to be open. You know, like I say, when I'm on this stage, I'm guided. You know what I mean? Like, and so I just feel
Facts.
more free. I'm unmasked. This is me. This is who you get when I'm at home, is it not? Like,
Yeah, that's
you know what
true.
I'm saying? Like this is it. This is it. So
Right.
when I wanted a place where I can talk because indie tours, I am politically correct. You get what I mean? Because there is a purpose behind it
Right.
that is greater than me.
There's a
Okay.
structure. Yes.
You know what I mean? Over here, the podcast, that's for me. You get what I mean? That's for me. And so, like, who else would I want on there that I could feel like I can talk to other than the women that I talk to that are in here, which are them every day in messages and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, they've been, not for nothing. Lovely has been a huge fucking supportive even before we became friends, you know what I mean? A long time ago. And then somehow, I honestly don't know how. We just end up at the same places at the same time. And like we would just party together and just kind of form the bond of when I go hang out with them, I'm off. You get what I mean? Like I'm not at work. I'm not in meta. I'm not thinking about worlds or do I need to reach out to Jen Smash or oh yeah, that's right. I need to get with the unicorn so we can go over that thing. I don't have to go. You know what I mean? I'm not on. So with them, I could just be goofy, jump around, do shrooms. You know what I mean? Like whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just enjoy the meta like as a user. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
be a
Got
user.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
so it makes it easy to talk to them on the couch as far as like okay because we get personal, you know what I mean, like we talk about girl code and what that looks like in the metaverse and how that merges, how being a woman in the metaverse and real life and like the perception of it honestly because I got tired of seeing there's so much mental health issues going on everywhere in America
Mm.
and it can be amplified in here if not monitored correctly, right?
Mm.
Self correctly, and most people
Yes.
don't even know how to do that. You get what
Right.
I mean? So when you're
Yeah.
surrounded by that on a consistent basis and you're watching things unfold like children, it's like it gets to you, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause, so, sometimes I just gotta blow out some steam and take me a fucking shroom and just go jump in some fucking world like Victor 300s, 3000s,
Got you. Got you. So you have girl code. Nick, you have the
Oh,
men's
yeah, I'm sorry, I got high.
podcast.
I went on a rant.
Are you good?
Yeah,
So
you're all
Nick,
good. Oh, MetaMen. Yeah, MetaMen.
yeah.
So I'll
So
tell you what.
you have a panel. What you got? What DJ Marcus Fade Game? It's
Daytona.
loud. Yeah, in Daytona. What
Loud
made
as a
you choose?
guest once in a while. And then we got YG McGilla. I just tell him YG because I always get that wrong. But yeah, I love all those guys. I saw
So
this meme once where Gandalf was going into coming out of the Shire, Lord of the Rings reference, and they're like, what did you do? He's like, I went in there and I picked up these weirdos. So that's kind of like for me is like I just wanted to find like a bunch of metaverse guys, that are just kind of misfits in a way, but they're also businessmen, and we just get in there and talk about it.
Definitely.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't just It was that they all kind of have
So
their own
there's a
unique thing, and
rhythm.
I know that and
Right.
Sue actually helped me get some of the guys like Fade and stuff too involved, and then with some of the guests as well too that come on.
Right.
It's just one of those things where we just kind of come
So
together and talk.
so I created Meta Men, right, for purpose. And the reason why is because if we were going to honor women, I felt that we were needing to honor men as well, right? Men need a safe spot
Facts.
where they can talk, where they can bullshit. They don't have to be politically correct for the sake of women. You know what I mean? Or anything. If they just want to talk, they can go and be them, right? Women need a spot where womanhood could be honored, and men need a spot where manhood could be honored, right? Because I can't help him with his problems, right? I'm not a man. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm
Well,
saying?
she does help me a lot, though. She helps
To
me a
a
lot.
certain extent, I can't, right? Once it gets to a certain level, I can't. I cannot teach you how to be a man. I cannot teach a man how to love. I can't teach that, right? You know what I'm saying? That's not my place to teach a man those things. Only men really need to have those men conversations to get that kind of feedback. Just like,
Facts.
there's some people that hate that hate some of the women in here, and they be talking like, oh, you do this, you do that, you do that. And I got into an argument with one of them, and it was a really close friend of mine. So it was kind of disappointing, you know what I mean? Because I was like, they were like, well, she shouldn't be doing this, she shouldn't be doing that. And I'm like, who the fuck are you to tell her something? You're a man. Do you understand? And they'd be like, well, don't worry about a woman, right? Women handle women behind closed doors. That's not for you to see. That's not for you to be a part of, right? As a woman, I need to go and talk to her as my woman friend and let her know when she's out of balance as a woman. That's not for you to say, you ain't her man. The fuck? You ain't leading her nowhere. You ain't her leader. The fuck out of here. So anyway, that's my
Well,
opinion on that.
damn. Well, damn.
That's why men and women need their own separate spots. You know what I mean? To be honored in whatever manhood that looks to them. That male energy. Yeah.
It's just a show where
I'm
we all
with
hang
you.
out, and I totally appreciate like what Sue set up there for it's a
It's a
podcast
good show.
throughout the metaverse. So it's kind of like you have this global throughout the metaverse, and then you have the different podcasts, and we're gonna have other things that are gonna be attached to it in the future, I'm
I
sure.
know. It's
Right.
exciting.
So that was going to be my next question. Because you guys have so many expansions within Indie Tours, are there any other ideas of things that you guys would like to implement within the infrastructure of Indie Tours that you guys have on the horizon, for lack of better words, or looking to implement in the near future?
All right, we're gonna have to rephrase that question. My brain did not catch it. I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
Oh no. Okay. So here we go. Because you guys have so many things encompassed within Indie Tours, like the podcast and things like that, do you have any idea to add any more additions to what you guys
Yeah.
are already doing within Indie Tours?
Right. So like Nick has Yeti Games, right? And I have Sue to the Q Productions. Sue to the Q is like my rails, and things like that, marketing, promotions, flyers. And then he does, Yeti Games. And then we have Indie Tours, right? And so Yeti Games is his, Sue's Accused is mine, and then we have Indie Tours. And then ours connect on another level down here because we also do game development too. We're also because that's what his skill is in now. So like since we've been doing a lot of focus on Indie Tours and using my skills as OT because under the hood of Indie Tours is all occupational therapy. You will find nothing but
Yeah.
the blueprint of Moho frame of reference right in there. I implement a lot of evidence-based practice on depending on who I pick and talk to and choose to do business with as far as planting seeds to further my goals for Indie Tours, and that's to help and promote any and fucking everybody that wants to be promoted. So now it's time to focus on his skills, which is game development. You know what I mean? And with my designs, because I design all the tours and all the worlds are all of my designs except the games. Games are his. So now we're switching gears,
But yeah,
especially with the competition. Yeah.
we're doing the competition, but it's not just me. It's Sue. With the design, she does great work there, and then a shout out to Boss Leo. I thought I saw her. I was looking over there, but I
Yeah,
guess
she was here a minute
not
ago.
here anymore.
She was here.
Boss Leo too. So we're a little team, and we're working on some stuff for the competition and whatnot. Yeah, so it's pretty cool stuff.
So you, Nick, I listened fairly well, and I the way you phrase certain questions made me think of this question. Do you guys have like a contract with Meta or something to that nature? Or are you guys like contract workers with Meta, or do
We're
you guys?
partners.
We're partners, yeah. So I
Okay,
guess
so
technically it is a
without
contractor. Yeah.
fucking up your MDA or whatever the hell you call it, can you elaborate on that when you say you're partners?
So technically, if y'all want to, y'all want to know what this is what they did, right? So Meta, when they first opened the gates, right, they were like, "Oh my God, we're gonna do Meta monetization," and they were like, "You get one, you 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 get one," and then they were like, "Oh no, wait a minute,"
Nope,
because
none left.
no, right after they couldn't, they're like, "Oh no, oh God, right? We have too much fucking worlds just sitting around." Holding up server space for nothing. We started becoming too many worlds for underpopulation, and things like that, right? So then, like, you got the partners, and then then they opened it recently, right? To the everybody's going to get into the program, right? So everybody got into the program. Basically, all they did was just added another tier. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's a good way for a corporation to kind of funnel it down a little bit. So now they're able to divide it a little bit more. Now they're able to scale it a little bit better. Now they can fit it a little bit better to their narrative. So, as far as a partner goes, that just means like,
It gives you some
early
certain access,
It's the same shit as early access, man.
It's the same shit as early access, but they did add some stuff to it that's pretty cool. And actually anybody that's part of the normal program has access to it too. Is like, the creator sessions or mentor sessions, stuff like that. That's all really cool. Yeah. So in that sense, it's worth it. But like I said, everybody has access to that.
That is kind of cool. Yeah, but I think like when you say everybody, just everybody in the program, not just somebody that just
and just in the normal
program.
You don't have to be a partner to go to those. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So shit. In regards to no, we're not even gonna go there. I usually ask this before the damn show. I mean, during the beginning of the show, but I waited to the end, closer to the end. When did you even find an Oculus and gravitate to this space?
I saw TikTok on Beat Sabers. Was it? Yeah, and I was in a really bad spot when I first came in here, man. And I feel like a lot of people are, but I was in a really really bad spot. I was mentally, emotionally just drained. I was still in the process of leaving a domestic relationship that became domestic. I had gained so much weight. I was so like, I hated myself. Like, and it got so bad. Like, my mom was even like, "Yo, sissy, what's going on, man?" And that's when I knew. That's when I knew it was like, like that was an aha moment. Like, I was like, no, I saw that Beat Saber, man. And I was like, fuck, man. And I knew this fucker wasn't, it was hard to go to the gym as it was. So it was like, all right, and I got it. I bought it for me one day, and I originally just got it just for Beat Sabers. Then I came into Horizon Worlds and found Action Island, and I'm a gamer, more of a, console gamer. And so like, NPC every once in a while, and so like, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great. And then the socialization happened. And I grew in that short amount of time in my healing process, which usually would take me a really long time to heal from, right? Because it was more than a decade relationship. I was able to heal in such a quick manner. So I started evaluating a little bit more of like this process. Why was I able to do that? How was I able to do that? And I started looking around, and I started seeing the positivity and I saw the beauty in what could be here with the connections, right? Because I was living proof proof. I didn't need evidence-based practice, right? I was the evidence-based practice. So I saw that and I was just like, I'm gonna do something in here.
Yeah, I dig it. What about you, Nick? I'm okay. I'm almost positive you had the first fucking Oculus, like with just the roller coasters and stuff like that.
Yeah, you had to plug it in, and
yeah.
I was getting really tired of those cables, I tell you. And I was at GDC, and they showed they had like a whole thing with the Oculus Go on it. If you guys remember that was like just you only had one controller, but it was liberating because you didn't have to plug into your PC and stuff. And then I got the first Oculus and so on. But I originally got it for development, but then I'm like, oh wait, there's great games like Pop One. I'm gonna start streaming. It's a pandemic. I got nothing to do. I'm gonna stream Pop One. And then I checked out Horizon. I got into the beta in Horizon, and then I saw this ad for like voice acting. If you want to be an actor, on a show, I'm like, well, I'll try it. So that's how I got into HCTV and all that too, and the social side of it. Just doing skits all day, and it was really fun.
And it's been on ever since.
Yeah, when I found him, he was always in build mode. He didn't socialize for shit, man. Really, unless it was with the HGTV people.
Yeah, unless it was.
I was like, you don't know this person. Where have you been? I was like,
and then she came into I let her into the build, and I was doing the scripting, and my partner Mark, he was doing like the artwork and stuff. And I asked him, I'm like, hey Mark, can you make me some bushes? We need some bushes on this map. And I go in there and they're all squares, and then Sue comes in and she's like, what the fuck is this? They're all square bushes everywhere.
It looked like a fucking bachelor build. You could always tell bachelor builds, man. I could always tell.
It was a bachelor build, yeah, it was.
I'm like, oh, this is straight up bachelor build.
So when you guys did gravitate to Horizon World and things like that, was there anything about this space that just shocked you? That you were like, oh, I didn't know this was happening, or anything like that, like just catch you off guard?
Yeah.
Oh, lots of stuff. Yeah. I think it was mostly the drama and all that, because and I should have expected it being in HCTV because it was drama based. So it's like they're drama kids in there, What do we?
Oh no, it wasn't even that for me. For me, it was like the SEX, man.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, that too.
Because I was like, people are doing that. I'm like, how? Like,
yeah, that's true.
I was so mad, confused.
It's definitely happening.
But if you ain't been to Popcorn Palace, then you gotta try it.
Or in the old days when they had those dungeons and stuff, that was like something
that's
opened
what
my
I saw
eyes.
in here. Somebody took me to like this underground dungeon.
Underground dungeon.
And I was like, what the fuck is this, And the people were paying to be mods in there, and I'm like, man, it's like a whole ecosystem. And then it reminded me of Second Life back in the day. When I went into Second Life. I went into Second Life for True Blood. I was watching True Blood, and I was like so desperate to talk to somebody about True Blood. I was like, no, I really was, because I was so excited. And that's when I saw Second Life, right? And I was looking up True Blood groups and shit, and like this thing called Second Life came up, and I didn't know what Second Life was at that time either. So I'm in there, and then that's when I it's like it's the first fucking social app like this, with avatars,
right.
Where they're selling clothes,
and you can be a vampire in there, right? You can make a vampire character.
And that was my first like experience of like avatars, like running around like a little avatar. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But then, I have ADHD, so I lost interest after True Blood ended. So I just never went back on.
You forgot about it after that.
Okay, so moving forward with indie tours, what can we look forward to from Sue to the Q and NickTea?
Well, in the short term, we got new indie tours world coming out, and we got a new game coming out, and so that's short term.
Yeah, those are short terms. We got the games, and as far as like Horizon goes, we have well, also bots, parties, and events also to are hosting now for Thursdays bus tours. Big shout out to it, the and Ken Almighty. They're also doing a mall. They're
Oh
also
yeah, so
out with a
yeah.
mall with actual real businesses, so you definitely want to go check them out. Um, but with that whole thing, we're going to be making that into kind of like a different experience. So that will be coming out probably in a month, maybe, because our the game's first. And then after all that, too, outside of that, we're also working on our VR chat division of Indie Tours. I've already made a lot of great connections over there with some amazing creators. I mean, amazing. So I'm so excited to get into there. So hopefully we can do that next month. And then after that, we also are doing private tours. For RP1, which is a web-based metaverse. It
Spatial
is not,
metaverse, yeah.
yeah, it's a spatial metaverse, and it's not out yet. And so we are working, with them to kind of merge communities and just kind of show creators different outlets and different things to expand their businesses, as well
Right.
as expand ours as well, right? Like wherever, like I've always said this, like if I eat like people that are around me are going to eat, like, you know what I mean? Like I never forget the people that are there just that support, that have made this possible, that have made it possible for most of
Yeah,
these
yeah.
creators that have been most of these creators that have been on the our stage, you know what I mean, to be on the stage, and it's because
Right.
of them. You get what I
Right.
mean?
Right,
So
right.
I'm fucking
Yes, ma'am.
grateful. So if I'm gonna go somewhere to eat, I'm gonna make sure you coming with me, or I'm gonna at least invite you. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
So
And I want to give a shout out real quick too to David at RP1, because this spatial technology, the web, it's like having your own website, you know. And
but like this, like we're in your
but
website
think
right
about
now.
one instance. Think about one instance that can hold 100,000 people with real time spatial audio. That's
Mm.
the tech on the web. That's the tech they got. So
Yeah,
so we
and
are going to be
it's
building some indie tour stuff in there as well. So it's
hmm
going to be,
and they also
you know,
have a competition, guys, that is going on right now. So if you go to RP1, if how about this? I'll
was
put
it
it in
RP
my notes.
on?
I'll put the website in my notes. If you don't follow me, go ahead and go follow me now at C to the Q underscore VR on Instagram, and I'll put it on there. And they're giving away a lot of money, but not only that, if you're chosen, if you're your creation, your world builder or whatever, and it wins that competition, you are also being a founder of one of the first websites in what will be the new internet. And people, I
Mm.
don't know if
Yeah,
people are listening, but I hope that they are. So
yeah, I hope so.
to get together as a community, continue to grow as a community, and put the BS down, right? Right. You can put your ego down for the success of the community. If you love the community like you say you do, because that is what love is, dude. Love is thinking outside of yourself. Okay, so if you can put your ego away, if you can settle your ID and tell that motherfucker stop, then we could all grow, man, because this is the building. We are the founders. We are building this new, it's not going nowhere. Whether or not it happens in Horizon World or another place, it's going to happen. So either get on board, put your shit away, and let's go, man. Stop playing. And that's all I got to say. I'm going to drop the mic on that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. It's a great opportunity, man, to get
Drop
in
the
onto
motherfucking mic.
the spatial
No,
web. It's like being able, you know
Horizon
what
is
it's
eating.
comparable to, Burden, is the opportunity is comparable to being making like an Amazon on in the early 90s. I mean, that's the opportunity that's opening up with the spatial web. So, you know,
Definitely.
hopefully
And
people
they're
hear
the
it.
and just yeah, they're the and let me put it out there even more. Let me yell it more, man. They're the only one with this tech. Do you understand me? The only one that has access to this tech, meaning that there's not going to be another platform. There's not going to be another Web3 that's going to have this tech. They have it. So let's go, man. It's amazing what you can do in real time. I could do this. Everybody can move their hands, and we're all in sync. We all hear the same. We are experiencing the same. I walk out of here and I want to go to CeeLo's, right? I want to go to Lux Vision's website. I walk out this door. I don't have to teleport. There is no teleportation, man.
It's just
You
like clicking a link. You're
instantly
just there.
be there.
Yeah.
Like a web link. You are instantly there. There's no loading time. And they got it so packed down with this tech that they don't even need those kind of service costs. So all those things that everybody is like looking at, one of their biggest things is the servers, man. It's expensive. Y'all are expensive. Energy is expensive, right? So if energy, it, and let's even dig deeper than that. If energy is so motherfucking expensive, why are y'all using y'all's energy on stupid shit? Just want to ask. If y'all have an answer, come email me that. You know, DM me, because I'm curious.
Oh shit!
You know?
Oh shit! Yes, Jen.
I just want to say that I wish you guys all the luck in the world. Sweetie Q.
Oh, thank you,
me
Jen.
and her, we got something special. She's part of my advisory board for the Meta Amputee Coalition. I just love this girl. She's like real, and you guys are really gonna go far. So congratulations.
Thank you, Jen. We love
coffee. Don't forget Saturday coffee. Miss Jen is one of the very few people that I call and have long conversations on the phone with some coffee.
Okay. Well, okay. All right. So before we get out of here, because again, you guys do a multitude of things. It's not just indie tours. You guys have so many layers behind you in regard to how you service people, not just within this metaverse, but in real life as well. And I'm starting to listen, and while I'm listening, I'm really starting to understand that the underlining service is to assist people in mental health, if you will, to a certain degree, and to ensure that people are in a good space. You know what I'm saying, with who they are and things like that. So before we get out of here, just let them know how they can contact you if they do have things that they need to if they have things that they would like to contact you for. And yeah, share that information, both of you guys.
Yeah, so you can get me on Instagram, like I said earlier, at Sue_VR, or on Facebook, Susie Q. It's Susie with a QUE, because I don't know why Facebook wouldn't let me put Sue to the Q, but I don't. If you really want to get me on Instagram. That's where I mainly am. But don't call me all weekend. Listen, because I love people, but I also respect my own space too. so please, no late night ones, because I've gotten them before, and I love y'all, man. And I tell y'all to y'all face, I love my sleep. A Virgo, don't mess with the Virgo sleep, man. Okay, next.
That's true. That's true. You can find me on Instagram, NickTVR, Twitch, NickTVR, Facebook, NickTVR, and YouTube, NickTVR. Oh, TikTok too, but I haven't been using TikTok much because they booted me out of the stream for, I don't know. I guess I think I was recording like, some event and they were playing music and, in the background. They're really cops about that now. But
got you.
Yeah, so I do streams, reels, a lot of promotion stuff with indie tours here, with Sue.
And I do.
And if you want to, if you have any technical questions, that's more than for me, so if you can, feel free to reach out to me about those. But yeah, not late at night though, or early in the morning. I'm more of a midday person, I guess.
yeah, he's a midday person.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a morning person.
Nothing wrong with that.
If you want to message me at 6 a.m, give me something to do, okay? Because I'm not on contract right now, and I still wake up at 6 anyway. So you know what I mean. If you want to go, work on something, I'm always up for it. I'm early bird. I do a lot of AI work too. If anybody also wants to learn a little bit more about AI, or if anybody wants me to do AI stuff and challenge me, because I'm always up for a challenge. So yeah, or flyers or anything. Yeah.
Well, thank you, and let them know Indie Tours is Tuesdays and Thursdays, correct?
Oh, Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. We've been to plug our own show.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
every
Tuesday.
every Tuesday, we do a creator spotlight. It is our original tour where we spotlight 4 creators here in Meta Horizon Worlds. If you want your door on that tour, you can always hit me up, or you can hit up one of our World Scouts, Lovely 240, or Trixon on Instagram. But yeah, that is at 9 p.m. Eastern. Right after that, we have our Girl Code Dialogue where we have special guests every single week at 10 p.m. Eastern. And on Thursdays, we have our bus tour where you actually hop on a bus, hop off, hop on, hop off right here in the metaverse. 4 different doors every week by bots, parties, and events. And then on Sunday, we have
Meta Man with Daytona Vibes, DJ Marcus. Babe
Word.
Game 732 and YG McKillers. And myself.
Hey, yo, real quick though, Daytona.
Where is
Look out,
Daytona?
sir.
It's Cougar?
You've been around
Oh,
for a minute. You've been creating vibes since you've been in this space. So, I'm looking for you, man. So be ready for it. Yeah, that's just I just want to throw that out there. Before we get out of here, real quick. Hey, Vic, I need you to come up here real quick, man. I need you to come up here to the circle real quick, because I got a question for you. For those who don't know, Vic is a master creator within this space. I've known Vic since venues was playing 2 Chainz, and we was jumping up and down watching that damn video 50 times over, trying to talk about how he's going to take over the metaverse. My man Vic has definitely grown into his own lane. He created 3,000 watts of dopamine, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna let you know, Vic. I've been in the space about 4 or 5 times. Heck of mad because you ain't drop it at 10 o'clock that day.
Me in there. Yeah.
So a lot of people have this question about what exactly is it? Is it a mansion? Is it a house? Is it an in-home studio? So for all those who had the question, I really just I'm glad you showed and stayed long enough to answer this question. So for those who have that damn question, because I swear, I even inside the build, people were questioning what exactly is it. So could you just give some clarity, please?
Well, it's a counterpart to a build that I already started in 2022, which was 3,000 watts of luxury, which was way on a smaller scale because of the capacity issues back then, 3 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Back then, I had a mansion being built by Herbert, right? But it was on hold for months because we was all over the place, so it was on hold. So while I was on hold, I needed a small place to park my avatar for chill time. So I built a loft, right? And not only did I do that, I built a studio inside of it. It was much smaller back then though, but then it evolved over time. I did 3 different versions of it, but the outside space always stayed the same. So when you got 3,000 watts of luxury, what I was trying to do, I was combining the luxury aspect, which was the loft, and then what I like to do, which is music, in one. So that's where 3,000 watts of dopamine came from. Instead of me redoing the world that I already had, I wanted to do something new and refreshing. So it just come from me liking high-end things and wanting to be immersed in the space. So it's kind of so when you get there, it's meant to play mind games with you because the studio is a bonus, right? So when you touch down and you see this huge loft with these high ceilings and concrete walls, and you're like, yo, what is this? Then you get to walking around, then you walk down the steps, and then it's like that, it's like that effect, when you walk down the steps and you you're either gonna go in the live room first or you're gonna make your way around to the studio first. But either one is like this, the door opens and you like, yo, didn't know this was here,
Right.
So that's where the dopamine aspect comes from, because it's like, I'm trying to stimulate your mind, but my mind has to be stimulated first before I show it to people. I have to feel it. I keep reiterating that fact. When I got here in 2022, I was hopping around so much to so many different worlds, and I was looking for more reality-based worlds versus being in the metaverse. I was looking to put this headset on and go places that look like reality.
Yes.
Versus like the opposite of being under the stars and the galaxy and whatnot. Like, I wanted to feel right at home. So
Right.
that's where it came from. 3,000 watts
Gotcha.
of dopamine. So the
Well,
watts is electric. It's the energy, like she was saying. Energy ain't cheap. In a
Right.
sense, even though it should be free, but some people, you have to charge them for a particular amount of energy or how much you're looking for. So that's where the watts comes in at. 3,000 watts. It's energy.
It's amazing energy too. He's, not for nothing. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, Victor. This is true. I really think that you're like really one of the creators. There's a category of creators that I have in my head, right? That I feel like are just so underrated in this space and so not appreciated. With the talent that you have, not people have that kind of eye for detail where you have clean lines. You have, it's great quality work. And this is one of my biggest things in here is because it is the way that Meta has this geared. And I talk about this on my podcast, so I don't care. Then they watch it too, so they already know how I feel. The way they have it created in here, it's such a huge disservice to talented creators that put that energy in their platform to make it the place that it is, right? And this is why, man, I cannot wait for you to like expand like past here. And that's why, like, not for nothing, I'm not even pushing. There is no commission for me going out there right now at this point for RP1. You get what I'm saying? Not for not for nothing. But like
yeah, they're not paying us.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can you imagine Victor's website, dude? Can you imagine?
Yeah, like a 3D spatial website that you can go in and hang out with.
Right?
It'd be
You know
dope,
what I mean?
man.
Could you imagine?
I mention this all the time. I talk about my web. I don't have it yet, but for future references, like I got a plan for it.
Just give it a minute, man. Give it 1 year. Just keep holding on, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Just keep holding on because like Victor is so cool in here, man. He has so much talent, and he's been in here so long. He should have merchandise going out here. He should have playthings that are like in other people's. You know what I'm saying? But we can't. We're not giving that. We're not giving these creators the true monetization that I feel like they deserve, man. They, and being in the program now, I even see it even more. I already knew that this was going around, like how it was already laid out, just because I'm not a bendeja. You know what I mean? It doesn't take two fucking stones to know that a corporation is trying to fuck you. You know what I mean? But like being in it now, I'm like, damn. So like that's why I want to make sure like everybody that's out there that's listening, man, don't sleep, don't give up, keep going, right? Because even if you feel like you're not appreciated where you're at, don't let it stop you, man. Just keep growing. Because I'm telling you, Victor, I'll be one of the ones to bring you over to my damn website.
That's real.
Word.
I don't think we need to say anything else. We can drop the mic right there. So again, Susie, Sue to the Q, NickTea, appreciate you guys for coming through and sharing some time with me and opening up about who you guys are and the journey that you guys have had within Horizon World thus far. And I definitely look forward to what's to come. So I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's been an honor. I've always been a fan of your show. So
I appreciate that. Appreciate that. And that's it. Thank you guys for staying. I appreciate you guys. Next Wednesday, we will definitely be back. This is Ask the Q, Speak Your Truth. Shout out to CJ, M5 Divine, Lux Vision Studios for always making it happen for me. I appreciate you, even though CJ said that bullshit early before the show. We're going to get back to that later too, CJ. I promise. But again, thank you guys for staying long enough and enjoying the vibe. This is Ask the Q, Speak Your Truth. I'm your boy, Burn the Proof, and we're gone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Awesome. Come on, y'all. We taking this picture.
All right, let's do it.
Come on, everybody. Let's take a picture. Let's go.
Picture time. Come on.
Picture time.
Genesee
Come on,
Daniel, you
Come on, Don. Come on, Don. 3-3.
Run.